So welcome back. This is number 11 in the Fog of War series. This one's all about sandwich sums and Renban lines, as the title says. The rules for this one are normal Sudoku rules apply. Numbers outside the grid are sandwich sums, which shows the sum of the numbers between the 1 and the 9 in that row or column. So it's a fairly easy rule, that one. If there's a 1 here and a 9 here, the numbers between them have to add up to 13. If there's a 1 here and a 9 here, then in this column the numbers between them have to add up to 12. So not really much to that, is it? The zeros, obviously the 9 and the 1 have to go right next to each other because there's nothing between them. There's a few zeros in this one, so that makes it interesting. Something to remember in this one, remember the sum of the total adds to 45. So if we've got a 1 and a 9, that means you take the 1 and the 9 away, 10 is 35, so you're looking at sums of 35 to see what we have left over at the ends in these ones. So that's a bit of a clue as to how to start these ones. You look at the big numbers and see what you've got left at the ends after 35 is taken out. Pink lines are Renban lines, which have consecutive numbers in any order on the line. So if we've got a line with a pink line going along there, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in any order along that line. And they can be as long as you like, so you can have a line all the way down here going from 2 to 8, for example, with a 1, 9 at the end or something. And that's the only rules to this puzzle. So it's completely fogged in at the start, so you have to figure out things from the sandwich sums, which is, it's a little bit tricky to start this one, but once you get going it's not that difficult. So good luck with it. There's a link in the description below, and if you get stuck you can come back and watch the solution. As a bit of an extra challenge, if you try to find all the 1s and 9s in this puzzle to start with without revealing any of the fog, that makes it a little bit more interesting too. So that's what I might do. I'll see how I go. So alright, I'm about to do it now. If you'd like to pause the video so you don't see the solution. So to start with, obviously this 35 is the big key to start, because the numbers between 1 and 9 have to add to 35, which means those two there have to be a 1 and a 9. So looking at other big numbers now, the next one, biggest one, is 32. So that means that's 3 left over, isn't it, between the, well, not between the 1 and 9, there's 1 and the 9, there's 32 between them, and normally there's 35, so that means there's a 3 left over, which has to go at that end. Now, shall I put that in, or I was just going to get all the 1s and 9s, but no, I'll put the numbers in, because that's how most people will probably do the puzzle. So, now looking at this one then, now when I did this puzzle and tested it, I put a 1 in there, but when I think about it now, that actually could be a 9. Even though that's a Renban line, that could go all the way to the end. Highly unlikely, and really a waste of time, because obviously all the numbers go from there to there, but it doesn't mean that it's not. So that actually could be a 9, so I really shouldn't have put a 1 in there when I did the testing. So hopefully I can get the numbers without knowing that, so I'll continue on and pretend that I didn't know that one, and see if I can just get all the numbers by just using the sandwich sums. So where's the best one to start? Probably the 0 maybe, but I don't know. Oh, no, we'll start with these bigger numbers first, I think, because that might give us some other ones at the ends. So we know we can't have one here. So let's start with the 28. I'll do the 28 and the 29. So the 28, the 1, 9 can be either. Now I'll put the possibilities up here in little numbers. We could have that one and that one, with a 7 there left over at the end from 35 minus 28. But it doesn't necessarily have to go there. It could go there and there, and we could have the 7 being like a 4, 3 or a 5, 2 at either end of those two. And we could also have a 1, 9 there, so it could be there and there, and then a pair adding up to 7 here. Now I can't go an extra one along to there, because if there was 3 gaps, when you've already got a 1 in the sandwich sum, the smallest you can get is 2, 3, 4, which adds up to 9, and we've only got 7 left over, so that's, you can't go the 1, 9 can't go from there to there. So it can only have 1 or 2 gaps at the end. So that's for that one, and this one's going to be exactly the same, except we've got 6 instead of 7, so they're going to be in the same spots. And we've either got a 6 by itself there, or we've got a 4, 2. Can't have a 1, 5 now, but yeah, or there could be a 4, 2 there with the 2 in there and there. So what does that give us? Anything? Not at this stage, except it says there can't be a 1, 9 in there, and there can't be a 1, 9 in there. Now we can look at these zeros, because we know there's a 1, 9 there definitely, and there has to be 1 there or there, and there's 1 there, and there has to be 1 there or there. Well, it can't be 1 there, because that's a 15, and we'd have to have a 0, so it can't be there, so it's there or there. So now with this 0, that means we can't have a 1 or a 9 in that box, and we can't have a 1 or a 9 in that box, because 1 has to be there or there and there. In fact, it has to be there. Now I can put that in as a definite now, can't I? Get rid of the possible ones. So they're different when they're in the middle. So that means this, anyway, back to this 0, that means this row here has to have a 1 and a 9 in there. And this has to be a 0, so they've got to be together, so it's got to be like that or like that. Which means there's a definite one there in that middle one, so that one's definite, but we don't know whether it's like that or like that yet. So now we know that one's a definite. Let's look at this 11. 1, 2, we could have 2 to add up to 11, or 3. Oh, but we can't have 1, 9. We can't have a 1, 9 in there, so it can't go there. So it must be 3. I don't think we can get 4 that add to 11, can we? 4 and 5 is 9, 10, 11, no, 14 is the minimum you can get with 4 numbers. So that means the 1, 9 here has to go there, so that's a definite one, with 11 in the middle there. And that 11 is either 5, 4, 2, or 6, 3, 2, isn't it? 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11. So there's only 2 possible things that can go in there as well. But not going to put all those numbers in at the moment. What do we do now? Our next biggest one is this one, 24. So it can, that means it's got 11 left over. So at this end we can have 1, 2, or 3. So the 1, 9 has to either go there or there. We can only have 11 with 2 or 3 numbers, and then that's there or there. That makes sense. So then this one has a 0. That means that the one next to there is either there or there. So we don't know where it is yet, but we know there's one there. And that, because there's one there or there in this one, that means that one can't be a 1, 9 up there, which tells us that one's a definite. And then because this line was a 0, that tells us that one's a definite. Oops, this one in the middle here is definite. Now where? 28, there's no other really big numbers. The 20 is the next biggest. Does that tell us where this one has to go? Definitely. We know it can't go there because you can't have 2 numbers that add up to 20. Sorry, so it can't go there. So it could go there, and it can't go up in here now because we've got our 2 numbers up in there, so that actually tells us it does have to go there. That one. That means it's not there, which means we've either got the 4, 2 or the 6 there by itself. Same as this one, we've either got the 4, 3, 5, 2 or 7 there by itself in that one. Now where to? What about the rest of this square? We know we can't have another 1, 9 in here. And can't have one in this box, so we've got to have one in here. It's got to be in one of those 2 squares, doesn't it? So where could that be? Now there's a 3 on that one. They're not definite, so we can't say there's not one in there. There's not one there and there's not one there. We've got to have 3 between them, so it could be there and there. If there's not one there, actually, let's put some colours in. If there's not one there and there's not one there, The only possible two spots is there and there with a 3 between, or there and there with a 3 between, isn't it? Now, if it was there and there, is that even possible? I don't think it was because of, oh no, because we don't know which way that one goes. So like that could be there, and we could have one there and another one up here or something. So it doesn't tell us just yet where that one's got to be. So no, those colours didn't help much. They did help a little bit, but gave us the two options, there, or there. So there could be one there. In fact, actually looking at this one, that's got to have a 3 as well. Now you can't have a 1, 2 for a 3 now because there's a 1 in the 1, 9. So it actually has to be a 1, 9, 3, 1, 9 somewhere. And it can't be down that way with that one. It can't be up that way with that one. So it doesn't matter which one of those that is. There is a definite 1, 9 there, isn't there? Yeah, there is. So that actually gives us, it's got to be that one. Oh no, it could be that one. Did I say it could be that one? Yes, because we could have the 6, 3, 1 there. It could be that one and that one. But we know for sure there's one there. And there's either a 3 there or a 3 there between those two. We don't know which one just yet. What can I do to check that? There's a 0 here as well. Ah, that tells us this one's wrong. So because we can't have one in that row next to that, if that's a 0, and we can't have one there, so that one's not the 1, 9, so that one is definitely the 1, 9. There we go, and that gives us, oops, what did I do then? 3, put the wrong numbers there. And that definitely tells us that one there has to be a 3, so that gives us another number. And I've almost got all the 1, 9s now. I could probably keep going and get them all, but I'll stick the numbers in because I think that's what you would normally do when you were solving this. Excuse me. Now, more Renban lines. So these Renban lines could go forever. So that could actually be a 9 once again. It could be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and then 3, 2, 1 up there or something. So we can't definitely say for sure that that's a 1. I mean, usually they don't go that far, but it's not a definite. I usually find when I assume things in these Sudokus, it's not the right thing to do. So you always should wait until you're 100% positive before you put numbers in, especially with these fog ones, because that's kind of cheating otherwise. So what can we do now with this one? Well, I can either continue on and find, you could find where that 0 goes, which can't go in this one here, I mean. You can't go in here now, so you've got to have two numbers here or here. Where could it go? So it can't, oh, there's 2 there, so it can't go there or there because of those 2 definites. So it has to either go there, and there's a definite there as well. It can only go there or there, can't it? So that means we'll put the possibilities in there. It can go there or there. That means that one's a definite. Actually, might as well go and get all these 1, 9s if I can. So that 1, 9 there now is a definite. So we've got 12 from that 1, 9. Can't be either of those 2, can it? Because we've got to have a 12 in between, and there's only a 1 space there, so neither of those are right. Well, that means these 2 have to be right, doesn't it? Which means that one's not right. And that means these 2 are definite. Get rid of those ones. Should have done that when I was there. And then that means we've got 12 in here for this one. Can't go in that one. It can't go in that one. So the next definite one's up there. I think that's got all of them actually. Got 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. Oh no, it hasn't given us which way these ones go yet. Oh yes, it will, because it's going to give us that one as a definite. 1, 9, 9, and that has to be 13 between those ones, so it can't be that one. So that one's the definite one up there, which means that one has to go there, so that's not it, and then this one has to go this way. So yes, that's given me all the 1, 9s, isn't it? Yep, let's get rid of those. So I've got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, yep, 2 in each square. So that's one way to do it. The other way, what you could have done next is gone and had a look at this Renban line here, because now that I had those 2 3s, you can't have a 3 on there, you can't have a 3 in there. So that means this one here on this line has to be a 9. I'm pretty sure it means that, doesn't it? If it, I guess that line could continue on, and that one, the Renban line, could hit that one at 90 degrees. 9, but 9, 8. Can I have 1, 2, 3, 1? Actually, no, that I think about it, it would be possible to have one. The 3 doesn't have to go in there. I could have 1. Oh, no, it's not possible, because the 3 would have to be on the Renban line with the 1, wouldn't it? Even if it went all the way up there, you'd still have to have 1 on this line somewhere. So no, that can't be a 1. That's got to be a 9. So then these ones have to be a 6, 7, 8 with a 9. And now that I've got that 9, I can pretty much get all these 1 9 pairs, and that's going to open up, I would guess, most of the board. 1, 1, 9. Yeah, so that's really made it easy, hasn't it? So once you get all those 1 9s, it's a bit of a difficult process getting them, but once you get them, that makes the whole thing a lot easier. If you had to just worked your way through, you might have got those ones and then got something else and gradually worked your way through anyway. But oops, what did I do there? Go back. What did I? Oh, I clicked on 2 squares instead of 1 there, as I often do when I'm rushing around. There we go. So now it'll be just a matter of filling in all these Renban lines, which shouldn't be too difficult. There's a 1 there, so these have to be 2, 3, 4 on those ones. 2, 3, 4. I don't use that thing very often. I probably should use it more often to make it a bit quicker, because it clicks on all the squares together. I can do that with this one now. Let's click on that one and go dum dum, and they're all 6, 7 and 8. And that means that one's not, I'll get rid of that now. That one's not a 3. Whoops, still on the wrong things. Back. That one there, I wanted, is not a 3. So that one's a 3. That's not a 3. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 on those ones. 1, 2, 3 there. And that one, we still don't know that one, because it could be, they could go all the way to there, so it could be 6, 5, 4. Yeah, we don't know that yet. This one here has to be 2, 4, 5, doesn't it? And there, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. This one's 2, 3. That one's a 2, 3, not a 2, 1, 2, not a 3. 2, 4 pair on that line means that's got to be a 3. Not a 3. What else have we done? That one up there got to be an 8, 9, 8, 7 pair. With the 9, that gives us, this one is a 6. That's not a 6. I can't get that line there yet. I don't think too many options. So this one here, what can this one be? 3. Can't be 1, 2, 3. We can have a 2 on there though at this point. I think I can't have a 2 there, but I could have one there. Actually, what does that have to? That had to be 2, 4, 5 or 6, 3, 1. So that has to be 2, 4, 5. All of those. So that one's not a 2, which means that still didn't help. But could still be. Oh, actually, it can't be 3, 2 now, can it? Can it? Oh yeah, I could have a 4 there. There's nothing stopping a 4. No. So that could be a 3, 4, 5. It could be 2, 3, 4. So it's either a 4 or a 5, isn't it? That one. Can't be something with 6, because you'd need two other numbers between 3 and 6. Okay, so what now? I probably should add up some of these sums between 9 and 1. See what we get, perhaps. I haven't missed any of the zeros. No, this one's 15 between 1 and 9, so they have to add up to 6 from 15 is 9. So they've got to add to 9, so that can be, could be 4, 5, can't be 6, 3. Can't be 7, 2, and it certainly can't be 8, 1 now, so that's all that goes in there. This one here, what goes in there? 8 and 7's 15, that would have to be a 5. There's only 3 options here. We can't have 8, 8 or 8, 7, so we can have 8 and, sorry, we can't have 8, 8 or 7, 7. We can only have 8, 7 or 8, 6, which is 14, and that would then have to be a 6, which we can't have. So then 7, 6 is 13, that would have to be a 7, and you can't have 7, 6, 7. So the only option there was 8, 7 and 5, wasn't it? So that means that's not a 6. Oh, we know that's not a 6 anyway because of that. Oh, duh, went through all that for nothing, idiot. So that had to be 15 anyway, so that had to be 5. Silly me. Okay, there's a 4. There's a 5. That's not a 5. Get so caught up sometimes in doing some of the rules that you forget about the other ones. That one's got to be a 7, 8 pair. What now? 7, 8, 7, 8, 2, 5. Any other sums I should add up? Probably maybe this one, maybe 12. They've got to add up to 12. 3 from 12 is 9, so these two have to add up to 9, so it's either got to be a 4, 5 or a 2, 7. So it's obviously got to be a 7, and that one has to be a 2 because of that 5 there already. 7, 4, 4, 5, 2, whoopsie, you did 2 things again. 2, 3, 5, 4, click, 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 click everywhere. There we go, nearly done. That one, 5, and now that means that one has to be a 4 between the 3 and the 5. So 2. 7, 8 means that's a 7, 8 pair on that Renban line there. Should have seen that before. Aha, here's the line. It didn't go all the way. Well, that's got to be a 2, 4 there. So that's the 2. That's the 4. What now? Bit of normal Sudoku here. 1 at a 2, 5 pair there. That one there's a 6, 7 or 8. So it's not a 7, so it's a 6 or an 8. This one here could be 6, 8, or what's the other one missing? 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 8, 4. The 4 can't go there, so that one's got to be a 4. That one's a 6, 8. Should actually probably sum these up to 15. They've got to be, so it could be 8 and 5, 2, 6 and 9. There's no 9 combination there, so that's got to be an 8. And let's say 5, 2 for 7 to make 15, so that resolves all those ones. And doesn't give us those 7, 8 pairs yet. Any other 15 sums I haven't done? Oh, not 15 sums, you know, like 1, 9 sandwich sums that I haven't done. This one here will give us that one, 13. That's got to be a 7 to go with the 6, so that's an 8. Oh, I only resolve those two. I was hoping to get these other 7, 8s out of that. What's this number here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 6. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 7 or an 8. It's a 7 there. So we're going to get the 7, 8s now. 7, 8, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need a 6, 7 here or here. There's a 6 there. So that's a 7. That's a 6. 2, 3, 4, 5 has to go there in this box, and 1, 2, 5, 6 has to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4 in this box. 5, 6. There's a 7 has to go there, and an 8 has to go there. And now up here, what's missing in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5 and an 8. So 5 goes there. The 8 goes there. This one is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need a 3 and a 7 in that box. Can't tell where they go just yet. We should have a go at this one in a minute, but not just yet. We'll fill in these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7's missing. Can we tell yet? The 6 goes there. 7 goes there. Could probably solve this without that one there, maybe. That one has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4. There's a, yep, no 2 or 4 there. Maybe we can't. Maybe that might end up having to resolve these other ones, perhaps. What else haven't we? Oh, I know what we can do. That 24, they had to be 11, didn't they? Up here. So those two had to add to 11. So that's a 7 and a 4. 8 and a 2. 3 and a 7. Maybe we didn't need this one. So what can go in here? I'll just do some double clicks. I don't think I've got all the ones there. Oh yeah, because I've got the one there. I haven't got all the 2s though. Where can a 2 go? There's a 2 there, 2 there. The 2 has to go there. We need a 3. The 3 has to go. There's one 3 there and 3 there. 3 has to go there. Need a 4. It has to go in one of these 2. 4 there. Where's the other 4? Oh, there's a 4 right down the bottom there. I couldn't see it. There's a 4 there then. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6. And that one has to be 3, 4, 5, which, yeah, like I said, I think we could have done it without that line there, but a bit of extra help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's an 8. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Once you got it started, that one sort of came along quite nicely, but yeah, a little bit of a trick to get the 1s and 9s at the start. Quite enjoyed that one actually, something different using those sandwich sums. I haven't done many puzzles with the sandwich sums before, so I might do a few more of those. They're quite fun. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you next time.